Hello, Miss Siobhan. Nice to see you again. I mean, the last time I spoke with you was 14 years ago for New in Town. I
I
thought you
know,
forgot
Manny.
about me.
Oh, I was going to say, I can't believe how time flies. It's insane. And I remember you so distinctly. You're so great.
Oh, and a big congrats on Shelter in Solitude. It's sad and sweet and heartfelt and life affirming. I love it.
Thank you so much. That means so much to me.
Oh, you're so welcome. No, first things first, describe Shelter in Solitude to our viewers.
Okay, Shelter in Solitude is a film about a man on death row with only 10 days left to live. And an unconventional, washed up country singer, wannabe, me, who ends up being his prison guard, which is the craziest juxtaposition of two people. And it looks like it's going to be a disaster, but she's a wreck. She's a cougar wannabe. She drinks too much, but she's got a heart of gold. And she works on him and works on him until she can kind of crack him. And Robert Patrick from the Terminator plays the warden. So it's these three, it's kind of a trinity. It's like these three broken people who get to the core of who they are and do what's right. And what's missing in America right now, it's heart, it's loyalty, and it's redemption at a time when it's most needed. And that's what the story's about.
Oh, no, no, not only you're starring in the film, like what you said, but you also wrote it. What got you interested in creating the movie? I mean, give us the impetus, Miss Siobhan.
Yes. Well, I wrote another film, Rushed. I'm in 2021, and it came out in theaters, and now it's on Amazon and all that. And I thought I need to take a big break. I was feeling sorry for myself. I was so tired. We'd finished editing in France. We did the sound edit in Denmark, and I thought, okay. And it was COVID had just started, so I thought, I'm just going to relax. And one night, in the middle of the night, my dad was an attorney. He used to represent prisoners. I'm from Syracuse, New York. He would tell us about the prisoners at the dinner table. And I was a bit terrified, but also crazy fascinated. And I'm from a little hick town, Casanova. We'd go to see my cousins on Sundays, and we'd pass Pompey. We'd go to Pompey, New York, and pass the Jamesville Penitentiary. And I would, as a kid, I'd be like, whoa, what's going on there? And I hope they don't get out and get me. But more importantly, I was like, and my dad also represented a prison guard once. And I thought, what are their relationships like? And that's where that seed, I guess, came from. And then my dad also wanted me to be a country singer. Well, one night in the middle of the night, this idea comes to me. What if, a man on death row with 10 days left to live is guarded by a country singer? And then, of course, I have to throw Robert Patrick in there because he's such a fabulous actor. He played my husband in Rushed, plays my brother in this. And who's better than Robert for, a hard, tough prison guard with a heart of gold? Because that's who Robert is. He's a guy with a heart of gold. And so that's where the idea came. I feel like it was a miracle, Manny. I feel it came on me in the middle of the night, and I wrote it in 3 weeks, and we filmed it in 16 days.
Wow, you wrote it during the pandy, quoting your character.
Well, yes. And so
I haven't heard it.
So we that line. So we produced it, our family. My husband's a producer, my son's a producer, I'm a producer, my son's music supervisor. He's in the movie as the role of Chris. He's great. My daughter Sinead is production.
I love him in the film. Yes.
Isn't he great? My son, my daughter Sinead plays a hippie in it, Layla, and she's a production designer. So what was I going to say about that? Oh my gosh, my choo-choo train just went right off the tracks. Wait,
The pandy.
Oh, Bandy. So everything. Thank you, Manny. You're very good at bringing me back. Okay. So the deal was every house we got, every location, I spent a year getting. I'd be like, oh, that house looks good. I'd knock on the door. Can I use your house? Or like, oh, leaving notes on cars. Like, so the convertible, which is the fabulous 1968 Mustang in it. I wrote to all these friends, like, does anybody know anybody with a convertible? Well, my best friend from high school did. So this woman, Pam Lane, awesome, and her husband, Dave, I go to their house, and she says, oh, honey. I said, this car is beautiful. She said, this car kept Davey and I so happy during the pandy. And I was like, write that down. So not only were people generous with their cars, homes, food, but with their personalities, that I would go, write it right down.
You just love playing prison guards, right? I mean, the last time I saw you as a prison guard was for Lars Frontier's Dancer in the Dark with Bjork.
Yes, and do you know that I'm going to be a prison secretary in December? I'm going to be in the movie Eileen with Anne Hathaway. That's William Oldred. I'm like, I just can't get out of the prison. I hope it's not. Listen, I hope it's not an indication of anything in the future.
Oh God, no. I hope not. And and you sang here too. Was that really your voice, Miss Siobhan?
Oh, yes. So my son, on Rushed, he got us the rappers, Fat Nick, and all the rap music for the fraternity scenes. Well, this time I have this great composer, Kyle Ward, but he said, Mom, we got to get some really legit country singers in there. So he got Justin Biltonen from Three Doors Down, who's major, and Todd Cameron. And people say to me, were the songs written for the movie? I said, no. I spoke with Justin Biltonen. I'll never forget. I was in my living room on Zoom. He's like this cool, handsome country singer who's, known all over the country. And he's like, so tell me about the story. And so I tell him, and he's like, I think I might have a story for that. I mean, a song for that. And so he gives me the song Heartache Rodeo. And the words are, some of them are like, I'm good at making love, walk right out on me. And if heartache was a rodeo, I'd be, so it was literally perfect. Because my character, as I said, she's a wannabe cougar. No one will have her. And then Todd Cameron wrote the song Soul in These Boots, which we play at the end. And it's kind of throughout the movie, which is, I've been scuffed up on the pavement and wore out on the mud, tired of kicking through the times. So it's all about, and they just fit perfectly. And then Kyle Ward, our composer, he and his writing partner, Dave Stefanik, wrote, I want to be a movie star and win that golden prize, but I'd settle to be the sparkle in someone's eyes. So she's just looking for love, sadly, everywhere and never finds it. But when she gets to the prison, well, it's a different kind of love, And what about the set decoration? So my daughter, sorry, go ahead. No, I was going to say the
No, go ahead.
So my daughter, is only 21 years old. So the time she's like, my gosh, 18 or 19, when she production designed. So we have this idea that I'm such an egomaniac that in my bar, there's just pictures of me all over from 1996 when I sang in Nashville that one night. So I'm like Mrs. Havisham. I'm like living in the past, the way I dress. I think I've still got it going on. I don't. My makeup, my hairdos. I'm like a, early 20 something in this 60 plus getup. Interior getup.
You know what? We should go karaokeing sometime, Siobhan.
Oh my gosh, I would love to. I think that I'm like, when I went out to Nashville and I was in that sound booth, and I'm like, first of all, I was like, I have arrived. My first instinct was when I got in the sound booth, I was like, this is fabulous. It's just like in the movies. Well, then I had this little panic, and I was like, I'm really not great as a singer. And then my mother's voice came to me. She just passed before. She died 2 months short of 97. And she was always like, Siobhan, you can fake a song. You just fake it. You pretend. So I'm in that sound booth. I'm like, all right, I got nothing left but fake it till you make it. So I said, well, let me see. What did Loretta Lynn act like? What's Dolly Parton? And I was in there rocking it, dancing. My son sneaks in. I don't know this. And he's filming me from behind. And I was like, ew, I saw it. I was like, what am I thinking?
Oh, I love that it's made with love. By the way, Miss Siobhan, I also love, as a Catholic, I love seeing Catholic beliefs in the film, but it's not like, some of them are thrown with sarcasm or with some critical eye. I love that.
It's not icky.
Yeah.
This is what Robert Patrick said to me when he took the role. He said, I love that there's faith in there, but it's not, perfect people. I said, perfect people. My character's a disaster. She's a sleaze wannabe. She drinks too much. She swears her face off while she's saying the rosary. She, you know what I mean? She's like, please, bless my brother, help not to be such a bastard. And, but what I love about her and about Robert, character of the warden, and about Peter Macon, they are trying their hardest to be the best people, but they are flawed. And I think, Manny, that's why as a self-produced, self-distributed, we distribute ourselves. We created our distribution company, M-Film. Why we got the call from AMC and Regal. Siobhan, you were picked up. Do you know that yesterday, Manny, here we are. I'm in New York City doing all this press. I was like, on, Good Day New York. I'm Zooming like Good Afternoon or Portland, Oregon. It's crazy. I'm whipping my fake eyelashes on and off because I'm so old you can't even see my eyeballs. And we get another email yesterday, AMC and Regal, we're adding 60 theaters. AMC, we're adding. I'm like, oh, so we're all over the country. I mean, we're Honolulu, Montana, Alaska, South Carolina. It's crazy. And we're doing it all ourselves. So it is like a juggling act.
And deservingly so. I mean, the movie deserves to be seen. And you know what, Mishaman, at its heart. Oh, by the way, real quick, I want to tell you this though. I like that line about reading the scriptures because really Catholics don't.
So true, Manny. When I say I try to bring him scripture and either he wants none of it, right? And I was like, that's okay. We're Catholic and we don't really read scripture either. But I have a lot of born again Christians. Well, when we did the premiere in Nashville, and everybody came, Fat Nick, the rapper, Rob Banks, Patty Heaton came from Everybody Loves Raymond, Justin Bilton. So we have this eclectic group. And you realize it's a very born again Christian Bible Belt place. Well, they were getting those jokes like there was no tomorrow. Like when you're comparing the Catholics and they were like roaring at that. And I'll tell you what, so many of them said to me, we didn't mind the swearing because you know what? It's there's the faith in there is real. And the crazy part is about the film too is I think people at first were like, oh no, is this going to be like the great white hope helps the African-American man? But he is the one who's the class act. He is the one who's the hero. He is the one who changes her. And for the very first time, she has a normal relationship with a man other than her brother in her whole life. Because she based everything on her fleshy boobs and her singing and shoving her, she was one of these people who was a little morally shot and did not have a normal relationship because she never knew how to become friends with a man without it being sexual.
Right. Yeah. She's basing it all on her thick mascara.
Exactly. And her little, how about the shoes? How about the shoes?
Yeah, I love the shoes, the red shoes. I love it. Now, Mishaman, you kind of hit it on the nail, on the head. At its heart, it's all about redemption, right?
Yes. So this is why, this whole state that we're in America, where if this is your political belief, I hate you. I don't even want to talk to you. If you're this, I hate you. If you're this, if you think this about what, it's so gone so horrible and full of hate that it breaks my heart. And I have kids and I'm like, now my kids are 21, 24, 20, but I'm like, this is the world you're going into. And what about the kids in school now? So wipe away all the garbage, wipe away everything. There was a reason we didn't allow religion in our government. There's a reason why my parents used to say, now kids, the neighbors are coming over and no one is discuss politics because we're going to have a good time. Do you know what I mean? So in this movie, it's not about politics. It's about life and love, charity. The charity's unbelievable. She's constantly bringing, and it's the little acts, the little acts of kindness. Here's a cookie. Here's a biscuit. Here's a picture. You know what I mean? Those little things that we got away from instead of, you get in a car now and the road rage, like someone's whipping the bird at you. And I'm like, hey, listen, I'm just trying to drive my car. Where is this rage? But if we got back to the little acts of kindness that Valerie does, the world would be such a better place.
That hit that I actually remember that from the film. There's a line there that says it's the little acts that matter. I love that. You know what? Shelter and Solitude has been picked up by AMC and Regal Cinemas, like what you said, for a wide release on October 6th, this Friday. Besides all the things that you said, what do you hope for viewers to get after watching the film?
I want to say this too. We're also in Marcus and Harkins and all these other theaters. I want viewers to get that color doesn't matter. Politics don't matter. What matters is loving each other. And also, it's very important not to judge people that look and act rough around the edges. They could be a much, much better person than you are or ever hope to be. They might be, Mother Teresa of Calcutta inside and the best well-intended. So what if they swear a little or drink too much? Those might be the best people. So stop judging each other and get to the core and start loving each other. And redemption. Forgive, forgive, forgive.
I love that, Miss Siobhan. Thank you for brightening my day. Also, keep on writing, please, and acting, of course.
Yes. I've written a play. I'm so excited to get to it after this is over. And I'm at 3/4 way through a movie. And it's very important, Manny, because we are low budget, that social media, people must follow us on Instagram at Shelter and Solitude, at Siobhan Fallon Hogan, on Facebook, Shelter and Solitude, and share with everybody. And this weekend, please get out there. If you want us to be able to afford to write more movies like this, please support us.
Right.
Many, many thanks to our director, Vibeke Musaya, our cinematographer, Matthias Schubert, who won the Boston Film Festival, Sabina Miliani, and all my cast and crew. I love them all.
You're right. I mean, movies like this are seldom made now in Hollywood. So, and I love movies like this. And if you love movies like this, go watch it this weekend. So, good luck on everything, Siobhan. And let's not wait 14 years again before talking to each other again.
No, because I might have one foot in the grave by then, Manny.
Me too. And remember, we're going to go karaokeing.
Absolutely. All right, love you. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much, Miss Siobhan. And good luck on everything, okay?
Thank you so much. God bless.
God bless. Bye.
Bye.